That's right. It is the morning show right here on KVVB TV, channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Roku TV. Lots to talk about today. A lot of more news around the corner, actually. We're watching everything step by step. Some of this might even come in as we're speaking. Of course, we want to say a big welcome to our very own Mr. Jesse Sanchez. How you doing over there?
Good morning. I'm doing fabulous.
Good, great. See, I like to hear that. That's perfect. I love that. And at the same time, of course, people are looking at the news headlines. They're seeing a lot going on, and they're wondering, what am I going to do about it? Right? What am I going to do? So, what are we going to do, Jesse, on this morning show? I'm glad you asked. No, seriously, I asked, but I know you're going to want to ask, right? What are we going to do on the morning show?
Exactly. We're gonna shave your head. Okay, I'll get that done
Ah,
one
Yeah,
day.
no, that's after that's like way later. Yeah, good job. And you know we're gonna shave your head and then your not. Yeah, okay. Long story short, look, people, we appreciate you for joining us. Look, we got lots to talk about today. For example, we've got good news, bad news, and of course everything in between. But first of all, we want to say a big thank you to our online audience via Facebook and or Periscope. So if you guys are wondering how to maybe like tune in to the morning show and or comment, maybe you have a comment and you're like watching us on television and you're thinking, you know what? I really kind of want to voice my opinion on this show, right? Okay, so here's how you do it. It's simple. Just find me at Aaron Michael Sanchez. It's Aaron M. Sanchez on actually all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, by the way, Jesse, just out of curiosity, are you doing any special, like, I think there's this challenge going around, washing your hands. What's this challenge? Do you know what that's about?
No, I don't. And if you need a challenge to wash your hands,
Yeah, I don't, I saw a post on Gordon Ramsay doing, and I'm like, God, I hope you wash your hands. I mean, you cook a lot of food for a lot of people. So I'm sure for him, he was like, but now, and it's interesting that we're talking about this because now you're thinking, I wash my hands so much more frequently. Maybe my hands are kind of dried out, right? So what kind of moisturizers are good? That's a different show for a different time, but a lot of people have different questions now, especially when they're kind of bunkering down, keeping safe inside. So we got lots to talk about on that around the corner when we join our radio audience just coming up around that corner. So stay tuned. We'll be right around the corner with you right after these messages. Stay tuned. All right, to those of you tuning in, I'm happy to report since the beginning of, what was it, like a week ago? These days have kind of gotten all blurry, actually. Probably a week and a half now? A week and a half? Yeah. I will start at 199.5 because that kind of matters, right? The little half mark. Do you have one of those digital scales, Jesse, in your house?
I had one, but once it said get off, I threw it away.
You know what? You're funny. Okay, no, but
I
it's
know.
good because it actually like calculates a lot more. I don't know how the science of it does it, but it's really cool. It calculates body mass and then other stuff that you want to calculate. I'm like, oh, okay. My mom actually got one of these, and I was like, I was so opposed to it for a while, and then I'm like, oh man, each day, oh. But at one point, I'm like, okay, I really got to get rid of this, right? So I did a special challenge. That's right. I committed to a special challenge. It's a challenge I'm taking right now. And anyway, somebody who's tuning in live right now is actually watching because he's the one that helped me with the challenge. Okay, so big shout out over there to somebody who's tuning in. Yeah, we like him. Richard Hernandez. We see you over there. Hello, Richard. Richard, great guy. Owns a really cool facility up here in the high desert. And some of you may have heard of it. Yeah, Chop Stop. So go follow me on social media. You'll find out more. Okay, we're almost coming back from commercial break here. Got lots to talk about. Good morning, Tim. Let's see. Mom's over there. Stephanie Reed. Bobby.
10 seconds.
John. My sofa in Monrovia. Hey, Monrovia in the house. I love Monrovia. Great place.
2 seconds.
Good place to raise a family, too. Oh, nice community. That's right. It's the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. Joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. Also, of course, Roku TV. Yes, we're everywhere, or at least we try to be, right? As many places as we could be. I wonder when TikTok is going to start doing, like, streaming. I think we want to be, no, because we don't want to do special moves. Hey, Jesse, have you done any special move lately? Like, just to kind of, loosen up the joints there, maybe?
No, the only dance move I do is the sprinkler. We like go.
You're the sprinkler.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Look, you know what? Whatever you're doing, have fun, right? I mean, look, everybody's like, okay, how am I going to spend the time? What am I going to do? Hey, maybe, bring the kids along and be like, you know what? Remember what it's like to be a kid, maybe, right? And just throw away all the bad news. Just be like, okay, we're all kind of isolated. We get it. And spend time with the family, right? I know, like, my mom spending time with the little one, and they're just like talking. And he's getting to know about her. She's getting to know about him. And, like, TV's off. I was like, wow. And he's like, at the end of the day, he's like, where's the remote? And I'm like, this is a good sign. You're actually getting, like, reconnecting. This is great. So when, the rest of the world is kind of starting to remember what it was like to, have fun at home, it's kind of like, okay, what do you do at home? Huh? You just come up with the craziest things. Seriously. I don't know how people did it like 500 years ago. You can imagine, like, the medieval times. They're like, well, hey, so we talked about everything we could do. Anything else? Now let's go to war. Okay, great. It's like so bored. Okay, so yeah, that was a boring time. Okay, we got lots of news. And as you could tell by my excitement, some positive news, some actual positive news that we're like, okay, that's good, better than not. For example, China. Did you guys see this? Yeah, China is reporting no new cases. I saw that earlier today, and I was like, doesn't that mean everybody's going to start going back out and then everybody's going to start spraying it? Who knows? I don't know. But it's kind of the silver lining. And then there's another talk about a particular vaccine. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, there was this, and I have to applaud these two. I really do. I've talked about them on the show a couple of times because I don't know how to refer to him as, since he's like, don't call me the prince because I'm not the prince, even though I'm Prince Harry, because you'll always know me as Prince Harry, because if I just announce myself as Harry, everybody's like, who? What? Who's in the house? What? Prince Harry's in the, oh, him, yeah. And Meghan Markle. Okay, so these two, again, they're just so goo-goo for each other, like goo-goo gaga, It's lovely, it really is. Especially once you have a child and they're still like, they're so together. Okay, so anyway, this happened. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are speaking out about the need to, get this, support each other through the coronavirus outbreak. Oh, of course, that's what they see. I like them because they are speaking the truth. Yes, the couple shared a new post to their joint Instagram page on Wednesday following their signature format, a quote in white against a blue background under their joint monogram. Cute, they got a little, still lovely newlyweds. Seriously, go get a room. They said this moment is as true a testament there is to the human spirit. Yeah, this moment is as true a testament there is to the human spirit. Meghan, who of course I don't know why they published her age. I thought that wasn't a thing. It is. We could say it. I'm not, just out of respect. Anyway, did you know she's a little older than Prince Harry? I know, weird, right? Okay, it's not weird. My mom is way older than my dad. Not really, 4 years. Okay, accompany the inspiring quote with a lengthy message. Here's the message. You ready for it, Jesse?
Yes,
okay.
I am.
Okay, good. All right, here, just making sure you're awake over there. This is what they said, quote, "These are uncertain times, and now more than ever, we need each other. We need each other for truth, for support, and to feel less alone. Huh. They're talking kind of like what way we're talking, right? Like they agree with us. Okay. During, let's see, we need each other for truth, for support, and to feel less alone during a time that can honestly feel quite scary. They continue to write, there are so many around the world who need support right now, who are working tirelessly to respond to this crisis behind the scenes, on the front line, or at home. Our willingness as a people to step up in the face of what we are all experiencing with COVID-19 is awe-inspiring. This moment is as true a testament there is to the human spirit. The couple continued, we often speak of compassion. Oh, I like this part. These two, I love these two. Who put those two together? Great match, made in heaven, seriously. All of our lives are in some way affected by this, uniting each of us globally. How we approach each other and our communities with empathy and kindness is indisputably important right now. Over the coming weeks, this will be our guiding principle. Meghan and Harry said they would be sharing information from trusted experts on how to stay happy and healthy during this difficult time. You know what? I like this. This is like, this, it's perfect. Like, oh, by the way, okay, we'll go back to this and then we'll kind of circle around. It's all full circle. It's really cool. They also said they wanted to share uplifting stories from around the world. What? Because people are doing really good things out there. Acts of kindness. According to this, they went on to say, we are all in this together, and as a global community, we can support each other through this process and build a digital neighborhood that feels safe for every one of us. Of course, there you go. You're thinking, wow, interesting. Yeah, so, okay, look. I'm not going to lie. We actually started something like that over here, by the way, yesterday. So I've got to say, I appreciate these two for stepping up and doing what they're doing. Because, look, there's a lot of people staying at home right now. I mean, come on. Look, let's face it. You're obviously watching the show for a reason, right? I get it. Some people watch even though they have to work. And sometimes they work and then they watch. Or they listen via KVT 1490 AM, our SoundCloud edition. However, this is what I'm talking about, more positivity. Keep doing more of that and then highlight all the really good stuff. We've got some really interesting stories, but before we go to that, just Jesse, what do you think about that? Do you think like you might, go, you know what, let me tune into the Prince Harry, not Prince Harry, formerly Prince? I don't know. And Meghan, Harry and Meghan? Meghan and Harry? Which, I don't know which it is. What's the monogram say? M&H? H&M? Wait, H&M is, do they own that secretly? Okay. No, seriously, Jesse. I'm sorry.
Can we just call them Ham? Oh, can we just call them Ham? Harry and Meghan? No.
You know what? I'm as hungry as the next person, but yeah, no, that's yeah, maybe, I don't know. Okay, no, but seriously, no, I'm messing with you, Jesse. I'm just having fun. Okay, so and then there's this, by the way. I like this. Again, I really do. These are like good people doing really good things or wanting to do good things, right? Because you're like, well, are you really for real? I say this guy's for real. I don't know. We'll see about it. Let's see. According to this, a lot of kids are bored. Really? Yeah, of course. Many folks are filling in the role of teacher and providing entertainment for the kids virtually, obviously, because social distancing is essential. Now, Josh Gad, which, by the way, we actually interviewed Josh Gad. God, the interview's like up on YouTube somewhere. This was like 4 or 5, 6 years ago, right before Frozen made it really big. He was on this other show. It was cool, musical. It does all kinds of really great stuff. The voice behind the Frozen franchise character, Olaf. Yes, that's right. Olaf. Remember Olaf? Jesse, were you big on Frozen #1? #2, I wasn't okay with. I was kind of like, that was kind of a letdown, but...
Negative. I have still not seen Frozen or Frozen 2.
Okay, you got plenty of time to catch up. So I will not give you the ending on that. #1, you won't see the ending coming, guaranteed. Seriously, you might if you go to don't go to #2, go to #1 first, and keep it in that order. He's doing his part to keep the kids engaged by reading books to the kids. Here's how. Gad is one of the most recognizable voices to our kids. He's taken to Twitter every night to read. That's commitment. To read a book to the kids. He's been reading to his fans each night since March 13th, and he's hoping to provide a break from the shut-in routines. this is great. We're going to turn on the little one to this. Seriously. Olaf reading to you. This is so good. So here's what he said, in a quote. Since we're all stuck at home right now, I figured we would have a little fun together. So I'm going to see how this goes, but I decided I'm going to read to you and your children, or just you, depending on what you prefer. I'm not going to pass judgment right now since the world is a little bit of a hot mess. His Twitter book series started with the book Olivia Goes to Venice. Never read it. Now I want to listen to it. Written by Ian Falconer, and he read with unique character voices for each person in the story. Aww, I love it when people do that, right? Jesse, I know you do voices. Have you ever like wanted to kind of be like that, you know, one that kind of like, okay, kids, because you could do everything. They're just like, they just love stuff like that. Adults were like, dude, stop, grow up, get a life, right? You know what I mean?
Right? I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I would love to do something like that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I tried that with the little one. He's like, that's terrible impression, terrible. The dad of two, he's got two of his own. Wow, he's so young. He looks so young. I don't know. The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywalt. That's a good book. Haven't read it, but he's reading it, so you might want to go check it out. Followed by The Giving Tree, written by Shel Silverstein. Oh, remember that? Remember that? We all grew up on that, right? There's some weird stories in there. There's one with like a ribbon around the neck of a woman that comes off and her head plops down. That one scared me. I hope he didn't read. Or is that the other one? Shel Silverstein did a couple of them. One of them was like really scary. Was this one the not so scary one? Oh, okay. Then that's fine. Yeah, because there was some, it like creeped me out. Probably why I don't like horror. Yeah, I really don't. He says, I'll try to provide at least 10 minutes of daycare to you and your families a night while we're going through this unprecedented global event. I love you all. I'm hoping you're all healthy and safe wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you all very soon. Take care. See? And he's not even getting paid for that. I love this. I love this guy. Seriously, Josh, good job. Great job, as a matter of fact. It's stories like this that really kind of get you to like, you know, I know people are like, get over it. He's just spending, but you know what? He's doing selfless acts for other people. That's right. I mean, let's face it. Look, a lot of people are wondering, what am I to do with the kids, right? Or maybe they have a family member that, oh, can you help out? Okay, all right, you know, but are you good with kids? No, not really. You're going to be, right? You're going to know, here's my number. You got the emergency. Good. Okay, so, you know, the little ones, of course, are like, I'm bored, right? A lot of them not, because they're like, yeah, this is time to level up. However, the reading time, this is great. I love this. We were just talking about this with the little one, because he's like, can we read the, you know, Dumbo, because he has that, the new Dumbo version, not the old Dumbo version. And because that's the thing. Anyway, long story short, so Josh, good job. We congratulate you. Keep doing that. You can go follow him on social media and get read by Josh Gad. I don't know if he is allowed to be Olaf does Disney say anything about that? Yeah. They're not going to get him. I hope not. Okay. Anyway, we got to take a quick break. We're going to regroup for a minute, and we are looking for your social media comments. Let us know how you're holding up in this whole coronavirus situation, right? I mean, whether you have it, whether you don't, or you're just getting by, let us know, or you're barely getting by. We want to know. Let us know on social media where you're tuning in from as well, because we know we got a lot of you on social media, on Periscope, especially Twitter. You guys, we love you guys are all around. It's amazing. Somebody was like, don't do your show at this time because it's 3 a.m. at this time. I'm like, I don't know what time to help you out. You can watch the recorded. So go ahead and download our app. It is free, KMET, 1490 AM. Or if you have a Roku device and you have internet, you've got all kinds of streaming material. You're like, I've done. Disney Plus, CBS All Access, Netflix, it's all there. And KVVB.TV, which happens to be free. We don't charge you for the subscription of that. Okay, we will see you around the corner right after these messages with more really good news right after this.
We are so excited to announce KVVB is going national on Roku. You can now add KVVB TV to your Roku device. Just search KVVB, select, and add the channel. Once added, you can enjoy something for everyone. So go on, grab a friend or a family member Catch up on your favorite action-packed movie. Love music and sports? We have that too. KVVB has something for all. Find us, add us, watch us now on Roku.
We love Roku. We really do. I had Roku since before Roku was like, I remember telling people, Roku's amazing. They're like, what's Roku? I'm like, what? Seriously? And then for a minute there, I thought, nah, they're going to die out like the rest of them. And then all of a sudden, there was like this huge surge. And I remember Spectre, my mom was the one that kind of re-enlivened me with it. And because we've had multiple shows on Roku before. We have, actually. And I think that other show I did, Live with Aaron and Kelly, that was had its own channel. It's kind of cool. But then we were just like, yeah, we got to do some other stuff. Anyway, to be back on Roku is like, dream come true, because we just loved it while we were on it. And now we're back on. So how cool is that? Go get yourself a little device. They're really great. Like, seriously, you got everything on there. Some TVs already have like the smart features, but Roku has even like free TV on there. It's really good. Like, you got free content on there, and then of course you got subscription content, so Disney Plus, all those, Netflix, and all those, you got those on there, Hulu, and they're just constantly adding really good ones. But KVVB TV has 24/7 all kinds of programming, so really cool. All right, I'm sorry, post a link on my Facebook. Okay, we'll post a link on our Facebook soon for you to get one for yourself. And yeah, thank everybody for that. Okay, let's see. Let's look at social media. Who's tuning in? We'll go from the top, work our way down. Let's see. We got John Mitroff. Oh, I saw you earlier. We'll do him a shout out first, right? Because he was like really early on. My sofa in Monrovia. Monrovia is in California, by the way. Great town. Really great community, especially like uptown Monrovia. That's a really good location as well. Really good food. Don't know how they're bunkering down. But just a great, like, there's a whole pathway. Yeah, that's a thing where you run on and you take your dog and they, do their business. But, people are running, jogging. It's like really nice, really next to the foothills. Really, really, really beautiful area. Yeah. Great people, too.
10 seconds.
Yeah, seriously. Some areas you're like, oh, they drive so crazy. This one, everybody's laid back.
2 seconds.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV 33, which happens to be on Roku. So a lot of you guys are watching us on television. You're wondering, do I want to comment on what he just said? Maybe not. I like to be that passive viewer. I don't know about you, Jesse. Do you watch a lot of shows streaming, or do you comment while you're watching, or do you just like watching the comments while like listening to the person? Because sometimes the comments are more interesting than the content itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of times I usually go straight to the comments because it's the most interesting.
It really is. He does that on our own show. He doesn't even pay attention to our show. It's terrible. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. It was that whole shaving comment you said earlier. We have a lot of fun in between the actual breaks. So, of course, some people watch our TV station. Of course, we appreciate those of you that do that as well. And then, of course, visit those that advertise with us. We love those as well. Okay, moving on, though. Check this out. John is tuning in from Monrovia, California. Seriously, I love Monrovia. Monrovia is a fantastic community. He says, I've been hiding for the last 6 weeks on my sofa. Whoa, hiding. Oh, I get it. But I hope that's a comfortable sofa. And if it's not, yeah, no, it's a comfortable sofa. We'll just say it is. Okay, because we recently went to this store. I know it's besides the fact. And I was like looking all the new type of like sofas, and I'm like seeing Lazy Boy again. Remember those recliners? I mean, this is probably a time to kind of go shopping and be like, you know what? I'm going to stay home. Get me that recliner, have it delivered, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let's see. Stephanie Reed says, hello, happy editing this glorious day for 2 days. Awesome day ahead. I like that. A lot of positivity over there from Cleveland, Ohio. Richard Hernandez says, hello, great morning to all. Love that. Bobby Stamp says, good morning, The Breakfast Club. Yes. And he said, sharing is caring. Aw, thanks. Yes. If you like any of the content, or you're like, I'm just, I'll help those guys out. Look, it doesn't cost you anything except a little post, right? So just feel free, repost, share, retweet. We're on Periscope, LinkedIn. You guys, you know what you're doing over there. YouTube, same thing. And spread the word, right? We're having fun on this show, even though, let's face it, a lot of people are panicking. Don't panic. There's nothing to panic about. Right now, we're like everybody's staying in. There's some good news over around the corner over there. So we're going to talk about that and more just around the corner. Okay. And then there's this. Let's see. Tim says, yeah, I have special movies that I have no idea where that came from, but he has special movies. But there you go. And then Stephanie says, I work from home. I do yoga to meditate and keep calm and helps my back. You know what? There are certain like stretching. What is that? The dog pose, and then there's like the cobra, and then there's. I got to start doing those because I have this like thing I got to work on my slouch. You know what I mean? Sometimes we kind of like you're just like. Wait, isn't that what Shakira does? Oh, that's what she's doing. It's like there it is. Okay. Casey says, while you're at home, just build a pillow fort. You know what? And go YouTube that. There's this seriously, I've learned a lot just spending time with the little 7-year-old. He's like, look at this guy. Like they do these really cool cardboard, like they take cardboard and they make it into like a plane. There's one that these kids, like they're teenagers, I guess, and they just do it. And then they get their Nerf guns and they shoot each other. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So I'm just saying, if you got like a lot of boxes lying around at home, just be careful. But you take them apart, you tape them, put it together, put a little duct tape over there, and then like create something out of nothing. It's actually a pretty cool show. Again, YouTube. But be careful what your kids are watching. Make sure it's the child-friendly stuff, okay? Let's see. So I like that. Aaron Korn is in the house, and in relation to the corn with the K. Yeah. Let's see. And okay. So a lot of comments. We appreciate them. Keep them coming. Next on the list here, a lot of parents out there, and trust me, I get it. I mean, I went from single to like, wait, whoa. And now it's like, okay, so I'm learning as you are. Okay, so there is a lot of people that, of course, are like, oh, wait. I mean, we went to the mall the other day, which I love this. I really do. A lot of like families are together. I mean, I would put on a face mask, just saying. But a lot of people are together and they're just like, oh, okay, hey, we're like hanging out, and you're like, aw. Especially some dads. I saw some dads that you could tell like they're like, the younger they are, the parents are like, oh, I'm so tired, right? Because the kid's like, and they run around in circles, and you just throw them over there, and then they play, and then but you can't do that because they're not supposed to. Yeah, it's a crazy time we live in. Anyway, so you bring that at home, and you're like, what do I do with this, right? You're like, oh no. Well, cities, of course, across the country are either in lockdown. School districts, of course, have shuttered. Of course, virtual learning's there, right? Parents are being forced to deal with their own fears, anxieties. Those two words, we've got to get rid of that. No, we can't. We can diminish it greatly by doing more positive stuff. Oh, okay, good. Okay. That was in the article, by the way. That wasn't me. The list of worries is just growing. Oh, that word, worries. Okay, so seriously, I'm going to stop right there. There's a show I'm doing for 7 days. Okay, I might as well take this time to promote it. Yeah, why not? Okay, it's a show. I'm actually going to do it later today. Here it is, all right? For 4 hours. 4 hours. I'm going out on a limb here, all right? If I don't show up tomorrow, you'll know why, Jesse, or maybe if I can't speak after it. For 4 hours later today, we're going to go ahead and talk about this coronavirus situation. And we're just going to have fun together, okay? So I'm like you. We've got a lot of time on our hands, more than we thought we would, right? Like normally we're out there getting business, gathering business, but everybody's like, we're just trying to keep business. I don't know about spending business. And so here we go. Look, Jesse, quick question for you. What would you, if you could like talk about anything other than coronavirus, what would you want to talk about that would be like fun to talk about for 4 long hours? Because seriously, I put myself under, I don't know why I did this, but I'm sure, because yesterday we did like an hour and a half and we got a lot of positive comments. Yeah. Like I almost want to share the comments, but then I don't, because that's kind of separate than this show, completely separate. I say a lot of things I would never say on television and or radio. I know you're probably thinking, wait, what does he say? Oh, go over there. But just out of curiosity, Jesse, back to you, because I know I asked you a question, I left you hanging. What would you want to talk about within 4 hours, or maybe at least a portion of the 4 hours?
Well, if it was me, I'd be talking about movies and gaming. Try and bring that to light.
Maybe like what movies to watch, binge watch? What games to binge watch, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so speaking of which, are there any that you would recommend just out of the curious mind of myself and others?
For video games or movies?
Both.
Uh, well, I did hear that some theaters are going to be releasing some of their new releases for rental.
Oh,
So that's
really?
kind of interesting. Yeah, like
Really?
Bloodshot, the one
I'm
with Vin
not
Diesel.
gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to see that. I really do. I don't know if it's appropriate for kids, so beware, right? That's the only thing I'd talk about. Like, make sure the kids are asleep. Parent time, right? Adult time. But there you go. Okay, look. Okay, so there's that. And then, of course, there's so many games. GameStop is probably like got so many people that are like, no, stop coming in, order online. I think you can, right? They deliver. But there you go. There's some places still, social distance. Don't come too close. Wear a face mask. Okay, so here's a question here, though. I'm working from home and my kid's daycare is closed. How am I supposed to be productive with a toddler at my feet? Ooh, good question, right? Everybody's got that question, right? So according to this, Lindsay Powers says, first of all, you need to be kind to yourself. She went on to say there are not enough hours in the day to be a full-time teacher, a full-time employee. So reframe it as being a good enough parent and employee. If you have a partner, trade off. This is that whole like team environment, right? So if you are a man over there, don't be like, oh, hey, honey, yeah, I see you busy over there with the kids, but go watch TV over here. Just be like absent parent for a while. Look, if anything, be like that, and then be like, all right, Tag, you're it, my turn. Right? You're like, I can't wait to just veg. So, tag team it, right? Work together. That's always good. That's what we do in our house. We're like, oh man, I'm tired. Oh, is it okay? All right, we'll do. Okay, we're both tired. Oh no, bring mom in. Oh, boom, done. Okay, so everybody's taken care of. Because I'm seriously, anybody that doesn't have kids, they have no idea how tiring it could be. So I understand this. Okay, so she went on to say, so reframe it as being a good enough parent and employee. If you have a partner trade-off, my husband and I have a mini meeting each morning to discuss our busiest times of the day. We both have late morning meetings, so we designated that daily movie time to plug our kids in for a big chunk of time. That's called YouTube in our house. It really is. It's like, oh man, I'm tired. Are you tired? Yeah, I'm tired as well. Here's a quick list. All right, then we got to go to a commercial break. But here's the list on that, by the way. Routine. So here's what she went on to say. Writing down an actual schedule. Again, good advice, not perfect advice, by the way, just saying, because everybody's different. So don't quote me on this. Quote her. Seriously. Her name, by the way, if you want to follow her, is Lindsay Powers. And so there you go. Okay, so here's the list. Routine. For us, writing down an actual schedule on a big piece of butcher paper and taping it out on our walls works so far. We need a little structure. I also find clearly labeling the 2 times a day my kids get snacks has saved me a lot of time. Then she went on to talk about flexibility and boredom and screen time. So go follow her. We have to take a commercial break, but we'll be back right after these messages. Stay tuned with more right here of The Morning Show. All right, looking at comments from social media. Diana Carbajal, good to see you over there. I believe Diana's in Texas. Is that right? I try to really remember where everybody's at. It's hard, but it's complicated. So if I got it wrong, Diana, I apologize. Welcome back. Let's see. Don't want to get in that conversation. Tim's having with somebody else. Working for working. Oh, okay, Diana. I'm sorry, what?
You misread his comment. He wasn't talking about movies. He was like, he has special moves when we're talking about dancing.
Tim has special moves?
Yeah.
No, he was talking about movies. I don't know what moves you're talking about. I know Tim really well. I can't see him doing a special move. I try to get him to dance. He's like, no.
He says he got special moves.
Wait, Tim Harris has... Okay, I want to see the special move that Tim Harris has. We're going to record that. We're going to put him on... I'm going to put him on my TikTok. I'm going to be like, all right, let's show us what you got. All right, there you go. Right? He's going to be like, oh, I'll show you what I got. Watch this. And be like, oh, ow, oh, should have done that. You got to stretch. I know that is me. Stretch it out first. Okay. There you go. Let's see. Diana says, I miss being with you all in the morning. She's working from home. Like many are, right? They're trying to figure it out. Well, we're glad to have you back with us.
10 seconds.
By the way, I have good news. Hopeful news. We'll call it hopeful news.
2 seconds.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV. Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Roku TV. You just download it, simple KVVB TV. So some very important news here. Here's the headline: coronavirus vaccine test. Don't get that excited. Test opens with first doses. This is the latest. U.S. researchers gave the first shot to the first person in a test of an experimental coronavirus vaccine. This was just Monday, leading off a worldwide hunt for protection even as the pandemic surges. With a careful jab and a healthy volunteer's arm, scientists at the Kaiser Permanente Washington Research Institute in Seattle began an anxiously awaited first stage study of a potential COVID-19 vaccine developed, get this, record time after the new virus exploded from China and fanned across the globe. Kaiser Permanente study leader Dr. Lisa Jackson said on the eve of the experiment, said, quote, "We're team coronavirus now. Everyone wants to do what they can in this emergency." The Associated Press did observe that the study's first participant, which I applaud this guy, like seriously, be the test guinea pig. I mean, I don't know that I would. Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't. I don't like shots. An operations manager at a small tech company received the injection inside an exam room. 3 others were next in line for a test that will ultimately give, get this, 45 volunteers 2 doses a month apart. According to Jennifer Haller, who's 43 of Seattle, said as she awaited the shot, one of the volunteers, thank you, Jennifer, for helping all of us. She said, quote, "We all feel so helpless. This is an amazing opportunity for me to do something." She's the mother of 2 teenagers, and they think it's cool that she's taking part in the study. After the injection, she left the exam room with a big smile. She says, "I'm feeling great." So cool. We'll see what goes on with that. Monday's milestone marked just the beginning of a series of studies, and people needed to prove whether the shots are safe and could work. That's the part that you have to really say, wow, like you're brave. Even if the research does go well, a vaccine will not be available, according to this article, for widespread use for 12 to 18 months. That's according to Dr. Anthony Fauci of the U.S. National Institutes of Health. So finding a vaccine is an urgent public health priority. Fauci said in a statement, the new study launched in record speed, thank you for moving that along, is an important first step toward achieving that goal. So there you go. There's that. And then there is this, of course, and you're right, because we always got to like kind of, I'm not that downer, but I think this is, we kind of need to address this a little bit more. And I'm glad, again, they are doing so. We just need to kind of step it up a little bit more. Who gets a ventilator? Yeah, that's this headline here. Hospitals facing coronavirus surge are preparing, get this, for life or death decisions. I know you're thinking, wait, what? He's not supposed to spread panic? What? No. But I mean, look, there's a silver lining in all this. At least we know it's treatable, provided, back to needing ventilators for those that end up full blown. And back, before I get to that point, there's another article, I remember seeing it. Spring is upon us, right? So there's going to be a lot of people that are like, oh, is this an allergy? Do I have coronavirus? So there's all of that. Then there's the regular cold. Then you got a regular flu, right? So a lot of people are going to be like, oh, no. So here's the thing. Be careful, of course, because our healthcare system and every healthcare system around the world is like really feeling the pinch, right? So now they're making life or death decisions on other, what did they call yesterday? Elective procedures. So now you have a whole other full amount of other things that need to be done as well. However, they're like, no, we're focusing on this. So if you are an extreme case, of course, go get the help. But if you're like, achoo, you're like, oh no, coronavirus. Like, don't be that person. Don't panic, right? Don't panic. Get tested. Just be like, okay, oh no, negative. Just false alarm, everybody. I'd rather, of course, it be a false alarm. Just get that little swab thing that they have. I think there's several tests. Anyway, back to this. So the United States, of course, could face, according to this, a shortage of ventilators for coronavirus patients. State officials and hospitals are quietly preparing to make excruciating decisions about how they would ration life-saving care. The plans may not be necessary. So officials are scrambling to secure more ventilators, which can make the difference between life and death for coronavirus patients in critical condition. Let me repeat that. In critical condition who are struggling to breathe. All right. I'm just going to go out on a limb here just for a minute. Okay, get on my little soapbox because evidently I found it and I'm going to go on it. Okay, so here we go. Jesse, quick question. How much do you think a ventilator is just to buy for a house? Just out of curiosity. Like, seriously. How much do you think a ventilator costs? A really good one. How much do you think that is?
$3,000.
3,000? That's like your best guesstimate? Like, just okay, these ventilators, by the way. I know you're like, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Like, I think the majority of us don't know this, right? So I just Googled it right now because I've been wondering. This has been kind of swimming in my head all day. So I'm looking at one. It looks like kind of a smaller one. They have all different types here, and I'm seeing prices for a minimum. Yeah, you're not too far off. Allied Healthcare here has a ventilator for $4,700, but one of those really big ones, like those really like cool ones, that's like $18,000. Okay, let's see. Oh no, that's an anesthesia machine. So okay, let's go back to ventilators, right? So yeah, we don't need an anesthesia machine. We just need a ventilator. $5,000. I could buy it here. Like, wait, can I really? I can buy it on Google. This is so weird. How can I just like $4,750 ventilator? Is this the right kind of ventilator? Oh, it's a portable ventilator. Okay. All right. So look, let's just say it's like the anesthesia ventilator, because I don't know. This price is all over. People are like, oh, you could go on eBay, probably get a ventilator. Do I want to use one? Yeah, just wash it down. Okay. So just out of curiosity. All right. So if I could go online and just go like, oh, there's a ventilator. Oh, portable. Okay, $5,000. What's taking so long? Seriously, like, what? Am I wrong on this? Because if we need more ventilators, the obvious question is, okay, then just order them, buy them, produce them. How long does it take to put a ventilator together? I mean, put cars in charge. Hey, we don't have enough. All right, car industry, let's put some ventilators together. This is how you do it. Oh, we got the manpower for that. That's done, right? Now, are they going or saying or thinking in certain countries like, oh yeah, we just don't got the money for that? Whoa. Okay, let's just stop for a minute. Okay. I get it. Military, I get it. Be prepared. I totally get it. Get it. Got it. The financial amount to make any type of product. Okay, let me go backwards. Okay, let me just, before I go there, because don't want to cause alarm for everybody. Everybody's like, well, what's it going to say? So you know what? I'm going to keep this subject for later because I don't speak for the stations. Seriously, don't speak for either station. If I'm going to get in trouble, I get in trouble on my own dime. Okay, so tell you what, I'm going to save this discussion. We're going to move this over to the side. But if you want my viewpoint on this, you can follow me, Aaron Michael Sanchez, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'll be going live this afternoon, 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Okay, That's 3 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know everybody around. I know people are like, it's 4 o'clock a.m. our time. I apologize. But if you want to chime in on this, or maybe you want to disagree with me, cool, let's do it. Because we're going to take calls, live calls, okay? We don't do it on this show because there's a whole, like, people kind of get weird. They start cussing, and you're like, oh, bleep, 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 bleep. We can't have that. FCC regulations just don't allow us to. But I'm going to talk about this later on today. So if you want to follow me, get ready. 3 o'clock. We're going to hit this one. I'm going to hit a bunch of them. And your viewpoints, our viewpoints, and then we're going to create the show together. Hey, at least we're going to have, look, at the end of the day, just like yesterday, we had a really good time. It was all good. It was all fun. However, I did call out a particular church. Boy, did I, because they thought it would. Yeah, you got to go see it. Anyway, long story short, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Gotta cry to keep from laughing. My eyes are playing tricks on me, 'cause I never thought I'd see you here again. Are you for real or are you acting? Claiming that I'm the best you had, and you wanna go right back to being more than friends. Sorry, I must have missed the punchline. You had the spotlight in my life, but baby, now you're out of time. Ain't it funny how it all comes back around? And ain't it funny how you can't tell?
All right, we appreciate each and every one of you for joining us on this behind the scenes. This is our commercial break, so this is where just Jesse and I kind of let our hairs down. Have you ever wanted to have like fully long hair, kind of like Fabio? I'm Fabio. I don't know how the dude talks, but I just see him talk about, I'm Fabio. What do you think, Jesse?
It'd be interesting to have hair like that, but kind of annoying as well.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So there you go. All right. We appreciate each and every one of you still here at KVVB. If you're just watching, we apologize. Again, we thank you very much. We really do. So look, I've thought about it. And then I go, yeah, I don't know that I can grow my hair. I mean, maybe like when I'm really retired, like, you know, right? Like, have you noticed? I mean, there's certain, I don't know. Yeah. By the way, Conan O'Brien, not sure if you saw this, but he's taking all of his stuff kind of like, you know, he's taking it to the side, does it virtually now, his show. Not a bad idea, kind of like us, right? What? With Conan? What? No, we're definitely not as bad. Conan's funny. Not even close. Plus, he writes all his own content. He's very funny. You know, he started off as a writer, Jesse. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he was a staff writer, by the way. So imagine that, writing jokes for other people. And then I wonder at what point, I don't know his full life, but I wonder at what point he's like, I might be able to do this myself. Like, yeah. And I say, you know what? More power to you. Oh, by the way, speaking of writing, Jesse, just wondering how that's working out.
I've actually found my notebook, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. For those of you that are longtime listeners, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We put Jesse, okay, I'll take the credit. I put Jesse under the, yeah, I know, I was pointing to him. And I said, you got to do something that you're
30
really
seconds.
good at. And he goes, I mean, he does stuff for us all the time that's really good, but I want him to do something for himself. So writing is his passion. And we're going to see his butt. Can't wait for it. All right, Jesse?
Yep. We have
as long as I'm not a
seconds.
main character, okay? Because that would be kind of weird.
Okay, I have to rewrite it then. We got 5 seconds. I don't know. I might throw a mysterious character in there.
This guy comes along.
2
morning
seconds.
show. Oh, boy. Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Roku TV. Glad to have you with us. On today's show, we're talking a lot about some good news, some not so good news, and some very potential, oh, that's right, we might need to be aware of news like this one. This came up in a conference yesterday. They were looking at this, and the latest headline is this: not just older people, younger adults are also getting coronavirus. That I don't know that we disputed that. That was kind of like, isn't it? Everybody gets, but it's this. The spread, of course, through the Seattle area nursing home seems to underscore a key point about the disease. Older and sicker individuals are most at risk. That's the latest news article here. While it is true that nursing home residents are particularly, let me go back to that word. Loosen up the tongue. There it is. Particularly vulnerable to serious complications from the illness, younger and middle-aged adults, those in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, are far from immune from catching the virus. Did you notice that there? The 30 area? Yeah, indeed, many of the cases across the U.S. have been reported in younger and middle-aged adults. In California, 246 cases have been diagnosed in adults over 64, which is why all the warnings have been coming in. 65 and over, please, if at all possible, stay home. While just 135 have been in people over 65. In Colorado, more than half of the cases have been diagnosed in people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. In Georgia, 46% of cases have been among adults under 60. Other countries have noted cases, including, and this was what was mentioned just briefly, if you watch the press conference yesterday from the White House, that they're seeing this in other countries, including severe ones in younger adults. Of course, they're all thinking, wait, we thought it was, the population over here. Now we're seeing the millennials. That's what they termed it. They said millennials. But for those of you wondering, it's like 35 and under, 25 or so. While 38% of patients in Italy have been over 70, 37% have been in their 50s and 60s, according to the study. About a quarter are adults younger than age 50. Simply looking at the age ranges of the infected doesn't provide any insights into the severity of the illness. Dr. Peter Hotez, co-director of the Center for Vaccine Development at Texas Children's Hospital and dean of the National School of Tropical Medicine at the Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, said this: in Italy, we're seeing a lot of younger adults get very sick. So, back to my soapbox. Seriously, I love this soapbox. Okay, Jesse, I don't know about you, but have you been kind of getting or hearing people? I just saw literally they put somebody up on blast, and I felt bad for this guy because I thought, boy, this guy, he was drunk. But they still put him on camera, and he's like, yeah, we're still going to party, because they got caught like partying still like, in Florida. I mean, they're like in Florida. They're like, it's vacation. Don't got to go to school, right? So he's like drunk out of his mind. I kind of question the sanity of whoever that reporter was that actually put that on there. However, I get it. He was just like, yeah. I mean, you could tell he's drunk. I've had opportunities to interview people, high-profile people that are like, they drink a little too much at a little, networking mixer, and they're like, yeah, let's go on camera. I'm like, no, let's not go on camera. I've done it before where I put them on camera, and then I don't even, edit it. I'm like, that's going away forever, because you don't want to make somebody look bad like that. Not on camera, seriously. However, this young one kind of brought to mind a lot of young ones that are like, psh, I don't care. I'm healthy. I'm good to go. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, Jesse, but good idea, bad idea, or cautionary? Really bad idea.
That's a really bad idea. It just makes you look bad.
Yeah, not just the drinking while intoxicated out in public, but, really just more the not being safe, right? Like I said, it's be more safe than sorry, right? Okay, so back to this. I feel this story really needs to be highlighted. That guy, they should have just pulled him to the side. Said, by the way, you're also at risk. So there you go. The doctor went on to say that while it's too soon to analyze how the virus will affect the majority of people over there, it is still something that we are... Sorry, we're getting a call in the studio. We're not going to accept it. So there you go. Anyway, long story short, look, be careful out there no matter what age you are. I think we've highlighted this, right? I know I've seen all kinds of stories, some news, some fake news, some information that somebody heard from an unreliable source. Oh, these people don't get it. Those people don't get it. Look, we're all susceptible, right? We're all susceptible. However, of course, it's striking those that have underlying medical conditions, right? We've already established that, right? Okay. And if you're wondering what the medical conditions, especially that are risk, then let's remind everybody. Okay, so what are the medical conditions, Jesse, that you remember? And I'm really stalling for time just so I can actually look it up, that are most at risk for COVID-19, by the way. Exactly. You're like, exactly. What? Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's okay. So here are the medical conditions. If you have one of these, again, you are more at risk. So you want to be very careful at that. And then you've got a bunch of millennials like, I don't even do blood work. I don't even know what's wrong with me. So there you go. Let's see. According to this, that does not help me. I know heart heart disease, right? Heart disease actually are more at risk on that. So here it is.
Asthma.
I'm sorry, what?
Asthma.
Asthma. Oh, that.
Asthma. People deal with asthma.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. How do they test? Boy, there's just nothing like hello Google. Google usually just gives it to me. So if you guys have that, go ahead and post that because I know underlying. I remember that there was heart. I don't remember if there was something with the kidney and or the liver, but definitely anything already. Boy, you thought vaping was bad, right? I kind of wonder about that. But now, again, all the lungs just all of a sudden onset there. So, all right. So there's that. We appreciate those of you also tuning in live. Let's go to the social media chat room. What do you guys have to say about the stories we've been sharing? Let's see. We've got Diana Chenevert over there who says, sorry, I missed the beginning. I was live streaming a mast raising on a wooden sailboat here on the Emerald Coast of Northwest Florida. Oh, by the way, Diana, that person was partying in Florida, so stay on your boat. Seriously. I mean, I kind of want a boat now, right? You kind of want to be like, no, not really. I mean, you're isolated. You get to sail the world, the seven seas. No, storms come. I don't know how to. Do they have like a crash course sailboat class, Diana? Because I think Tim Harris would really like that really quick because he wants a sailboat. Yeah, seriously, putting it out there. Okay, let's see. Oh, mom, there you go. Thank you. Diabetes. That's a lot of people have that. They don't even know it, right? Let's see. Here's a list. Okay, I think we got it. Here it is. Here's the underlying conditions that are most at risk if you contract COVID-19. Diabetes, heart disease, lung disease, kidney disease, and or a compromised already immune system. Okay, so those are the things that we're saying. Those are the things that if you have any one of those, then you're more at risk than those that are not. I want to point that out. Okay, no matter what age you are, right? Okay, because I think we're all good on that. I think we understand that. So anytime you hear a young one going, I don't care, I'm going to be good, I'm going to be healthy, yeah, let's drink it up. He was like that. He didn't have the bottle, but I can imagine like right before that, they're like, oh, maybe we should. And they still put it up. I really do question the sanity of that reporter. Anyway, or the TV station. I don't know, whatever. I mean, because and you're like, hey, can you sign here? Yeah, okay. Long story short, look, we appreciate you here on the morning show. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. So what does that mean? Tomorrow, we'll be right back right here. Same channel, same radio station, and online. We appreciate you. How are you dealing with the coronavirus? Maybe you're staying at home. Maybe you're doing something fun with the family. Maybe there's something you're like, you know what? I'm starting to go back to some stuff I liked. I mean, it's kind of an enforced vacation, which I understand, like in the European countries, this is, Jesse, they actually take 2 months off. They work for like 10 months and then 2 months they're off. Did you know that?
Are you serious?
You're like, I'm moving. No, yeah, this is a real thing. So they're really used to kind of bunkering down and, well, I don't know about the bunkering now, but at least going, okay, we'll all relax, So I think that's why they're like so happy over there, like, playing music from the rooftops and just having fun. I don't know, but maybe we should do that in our neck of the woods. I don't play a musical instrument. Do you, Jesse?
If the kazoo counts as a musical instrument, then yes.
I can do that with my mouth. All right. I can also do a trumpet. Okay, seriously, this show. I got to ramp up for 4 hours. So follow me, Aaron Michael Sanchez, on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're going to be live streaming from this TV studio, KVVB TV. Can't wait to share it with you. Can't wait to see what you guys think. All around the corner for Jesse, myself, and all of us at KVVB and KMET. We thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow, same place. Oh, and stay tuned for more programming right after this, especially ABC News Radio with the top of the hour latest breaking news. All right, and for the rest of you still tuning in, we appreciate you. Wherever you're tuning in from, we really do love you. Thank you. Many of you are probably asking, what is he talking about on his own show that he doesn't talk about here, right? He says his own. Here it is. Lay it out. Okay, so yesterday it occurred to me. A lot of lonely people out there. A lot of people with anxiety, right? We talked about that. And before I read these stories, I'm like, oh, good. We're all on the same page, right? Because I was hoping that maybe we could inspire people to do more good than bad, right? More good than bad. That was kind of the highlight. So I'm inviting each and every one of you back follow me on social media. You'll see where we go with this. In fact, I kind of keep it open to you as well. It's anything you want to discuss. However, we're going to try to keep it positive, inspiring, motivating. And hey, maybe some people are scared. Maybe they're dealing with life, or maybe they got their own personal problems. You know what? We're here to offer solutions to problems. We had people going like, oh man, what are we going to do with toilet paper, right? You're out, and the caller that called in yesterday was like, I don't know what to do for our family. We have no toilet paper. And I said, well, go back to the church and ask the church to actually help out. Tell the pastor. The pastor is the biggest one to rally a community. If you're part of a church, get with your own church. Make sure to have them institute things. Check up on everybody in the church, which, oh, by the way, you should be doing anyway. And then say, hey, who has a need? Oh, can you spare a couple pieces over there? Or worst case scenario, get a bidet, right? Bidet. I love to say that, but do you guys know what a bidet is? Oh man, it's refreshing. I haven't tried it. I might. Home Depot, Lowe's, are they still open? Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Make it a great day. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well.